running, I'm a gang and tryna get this money.
Hey yo man, forget the intro, you know what time it is. Hey dog, I'm really nervous today, dog. I don't know why. I just wanna do this album justice, but I'm gonna try. But I'm very nervous, dog. I legit. Anyway, we're doing Siphothegift. He dropped the album last week, Friday. Very, very beautifully written from a songwriting point of view, from the production, from the sonics. Conceptually, it was well written. And yeah, dog, I really enjoyed this album. I really liked the rollout of. He dropped a few singles before the album actually dropped, and I like the consistent dark theme of the album, from the grimy, production. And yeah, I also just like the features here. I like the fact that he just kept it. You somewhat feel like he kept it in-house, because most of the gens here that were featured here were independent. So I just like the authenticity of the whole album. I like the features. I just like the whole pocket that both gens were in. And yeah, I like Sipho is saying that this album was like an experimental album. And if I'm being honest, fam, there's nothing experimental about this album. This album is fire. It's well polished. From a songwriting point of view, it was really dope. Probably the only qualm I have about this album is probably from a production point of view, but I feel like he also did it intentionally, just so that you focus on the context of what he's saying rather than the sonics, Like the opening song, Room for Improvement, I somewhat didn't really like the sonics, if I'm being honest. But basically talking about how, time is of essence, dog. If you're not doing music together, if you're not actually trying to improve each other, if you're not actually, trying to better ourselves, then what are we doing, So I really like that, just the context of the album. The overall theme of the album is basically saying that, I'm content where I am. Like, I'm content with being an underground king, I don't need any validation from anyone. I don't need validation from the mainstream. I've put in the work and I'm here and I'm content with what I have accomplished, and I think that's really dope, dog. And he's basically saying that, I'm in my own lane, fam, and I'm content with great. I don't want to sign to a major label. I want to be in charge of just my creative space. I want to have the leverage of doing what I want at my own time. I want to have freedom whatever that I want to do. And I think that's really dope, because obviously when you sign to a major label, you're probably gonna temper with your creative space, because there's probably gonna tell you, let's try go commercial or whatever. And he's basically saying that, I don't want any of that shit. So and yeah, man, I like a few songs here. I think my favorite song here, just from a lyric point of view, I really felt like Underground King was really dope. It's not even about the sonics. There's no hook, there's like bridge or any. It's just basically him being in that rap pocket. He's literally just ripping his ass off, dog. Like, genuinely, fam, I really enjoyed this, because there's a few lines here where it's like, I jack and rip beats when I need something to slash on. So that's a punchline, actually. And that's a reference to Jack the Ripper, the famous, whatever, serial killer. And he's like, I'm synonymous with what this niggas claim is the best. I really found that really dope, dog, So yeah, but I also like the Ride the Wave. Shout out to Afeli. Hey, dog, fam, I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right, but shout out to Afeli, man. I think you've literally been walking on water this year, bro, on features, Shout out to Tyson, ST as well. And yeah, fam, dog, like, this album is very beautiful, dog. It's really, really dope. And yeah, I basically, Sipho telling us, fam, I'm content with whatever. I'm different from my peers, and because this gen is merit, which is really inspiring, dog. Like, fam, if you are watching this, dog, like, that's very inspiring, dog. I've also wanted to marry at a young age, and hopefully that happens soon, to be honest. And yeah, fam, what he talked about on Old Soul is basically saying that, I don't conform to what my peers are doing. I'm an old soul, basically. I believe in I hold different beliefs than what my peers believe in, And yeah, dog, I liked Braggadocio that, he was on Represent, and I liked Nia Long. Obviously, Nia Long is an ode to his wife. I like Ekapa, I think it's an ode to his city, so that was really dope as well. I like Dark Matter. He touched on the societal issues, black consciousness. He referenced Steve Biko, but yeah, overall, dog, there's nothing experimental about this album. It was really dope, and obviously, I think it gets better with every listen. And I'm also trying to just learn something new with every listen, because that's what I feel like an album should be. You should try and learn something new with every listen. So yeah, dog. Oh man, Sipo, if you're watching this, brother, just keep doing you. I like that you don't really care about validation from your peers or from the mainstream. You just do what you feel is best for you, and it's really dope that some of us actually relate to your music. So yeah, fam, if you just keep on doing you, brother. And I think I'm just gonna play one of my highlights from the album and then wrap it up.
Circle small, but it's cool. Had some problems with a few, less qualms with a loop. Invest and recoup, quoting songs in the booth. They wanna fight me, but like they wanna bite me. Someone there like they cannot sight me. Panorama, we are inspired by different eras. See, the problem is nowadays, crappy patty niggas moving sideways. Do it my own way, put an end to that weak shit like on Friday. You rather log in the Twitter, put up some candles and post it and manifest. I'd rather put up the money, collect the profit and read up the reinvest. So I don't really give a damn if you don't like me.
I think that goes back to what I was telling you earlier on. Like, lots of people always say, like, you're an old soul. Yeah. So I've always...
So the skit is actually from Cliff Central. I think they interviewed him when he was on the come up. He's basically saying that, Joe, I'm different from my peers. I feel like I'm an old soul. So yeah, man, that's Siphothegift review. I hope you guys enjoy this. I will. Shalom.